Good day! This is Joshua Baker, the owner of Cinderella's Wedding DJs and Event Services, back at you after a long hiatus with another video. This video is going to be an unboxing of my custom-made, straight out of Germany DJ furniture from a company named Hoerboard. I got their Stereo T model. Now, before buying this, I looked all over the place for videos showing how it's set up and how it's used, how it's transported, and honestly, I really couldn't find that much, if anything. So I really hope that by me making this video and you watching it and deciding whether or not you want to order this amazing product, that you get some really good insight as to what it looks like. So let's check it out. Welcome back to my living room for another unboxing that is too big for my office. This time, I'm so excited about this, like just over the moon. It's going to be for my DJ furniture by Hoerboard. This model is the Stereo T. I'll be putting my Pioneer PLX Cross 12s and my Pioneer S11 inside of these and taking them out to most, if not every single gig. Certainly all of the weddings that I'll be going on from here on out, unless, you know, logistics alter my plans. So, with that being said, let's get right to it. Well, immediately we can see that the packaging on this is fantastic. This is the top piece. This is the bottom base. Okay, so first things first, the build quality on this is amazing. You can see how the wood is, I'll get this focus in here, the wood is actually pressed together. I went with the black. It's an acrylic paint, so it's really smooth and sleek, nice and shiny. I really like that. It's a matte black, so it's not super shiny. So these are all the components. I believe we have some nuts and bolts and such in here. We'll get to those. Let's open it up, see what we got. Put it together with those. And look at that. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. I've never seen that tool before. So let's get to it. All right. So you notice that the inside obviously has the peg holes. This is going to be for the podium part. It should line up perfectly. Yeah, I think so. Pop it into place. This should also line up perfectly. Pop that into place. These sides obviously don't have a right or wrong when it comes to the inside, it seems. You just line up those pegs and you're good to go. Now this board, you can see both sides have two pegs. Looks like they're evenly spaced. Okay, so this should just line up. Yeah. This is so far a pretty easy construction. Now I just knocked it against the corner. I have no mark. I like that. So that shows it has a bit of durability too. I will be running power cords and XLR cords through this base. You'll notice that there isn't any shelving for underneath here. I would have loved to have had shelving, but I sacrificed having shelves for the build quality of the Hoerboard. I just think that having something that is this beautiful is worth making a sacrifice like that for. So next, oh, and just a heads up, I didn't know how to put this together just like off the top of my head Hoerboard has a great video on how to put it together. They say you can put this thing together in under 10 minutes. I believe that 100%. Let's see what we've got here. Is there a right or wrong? There is a right and a wrong here. This is the bass, so we'll do the bass first. Let's get that up and going. All right, so you'll see on this side, we do have a hole for the cords to come out, which is nice. Now, let's see here. Make sure we're in. Give it a quick pop like that. Okay, did not see that coming. So there are screw holes on the bottom of this to prevent that from happening. See if there's any damage. Again, durable. Love it. So now that I know that, how do we want to do this? I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our screws here, roll this around so you can see what I'm doing, and tip it while holding it. Pro move. You saw the amateur move a second ago. So there's seems to be, oh, there we go. 8 screws on the bottom of this. Now I'm making this video because I couldn't find any like real good intuitive videos other than what Hoerboard put out from anybody that's bought one of these. What I'm finding here is that they gave you a bunch of these long ones, but they only gave you 8 of the short ones. And since I don't really have a guide for me to do this, I'm going to guess that the 8 match the 8. We're going to go with that. And I'm wrong. So these don't fit. Trial and error. So what do? So put these back in. Okay, so now we have the base of the podium ready to go. See, this is going to be the back side. Flip it around here to the front side. Looks like we have a very similar situation with this board. Again, this is where your cords are going to go down. Now, I would imagine that we're going to go, how are we going to go on this one? Pegs and screws, and just screws. So that makes sense. Can you find it? There we go, nice and easy. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws again. Now here we go. We're almost ready for the top piece. I'm making sure that when I snug these up, I'm not over tightening them. The last thing I want to do with a basically $2,500 piece of DJ furniture is to strip one of these out or crack the boards. I mean, I don't think you can crack these boards. This thing is pretty well built. I mean, I don't know, maybe, I'm not quite sure on the weight on them. I'm gonna see if I can look up the base on this or maybe get a scale out. But I mean, I can pick it up fairly easy. That base part is very heavy. That's the bulk of the weight there. So let's get the next step going. Okay, so key here is going to be that this is obviously the side that faces the DJ. Now, we're going to set this on here. As gently as I can. And it looks like on this side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to bolt to this, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. That's going to be for the acrylic laptop stand. I actually received that with the previous Hoerboard that I received, and under the unboxing, there was some issues. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. And then there was also some issues with FedEx. With the shipment, that box was beat up. This one arrived pristine. Maybe that's the difference when you have to go priority. They don't throw it around like it's a rag doll, even though it has a sticker on it that says fragile. So let's get this up there. Oh. Now this is where these smaller screws come into play. See if I can hit this right on the money. Now noticing there's actually a few screws, 4 not as long screws and 4 very short screws. These are going to be for the laptop, I believe. Okay, so now I'm going to put the top piece on. This thing's going to be completely put together, minus turntables and mixer. Okay, so it's only right that I go ahead and I put the, it's only right that I go ahead and grab the turntables, put the mixer in here, and then I'll add some accessories. Okay, so we're going to take the top part off, take it off from the outside. Looks like that's the best approach. I'm going to put 1 PLX Cross 12 in. So it just fits snugly like that. And I'm going to put another PLX Cross 12 in. Snug. And then our S11 mixer. Now let's see how easy it is to line this up. Ooh, this is okay. All right, I like this better then. This is good. I thought they were going to be further spread out, but I actually like the way this looks out. Right, let me show you what I did just there. Okay, so I had them out here, so I kind of thought that was the spacing, but as it turns out, they do come a little closer here. I'm trying to get this to where that's going to fit perfectly. Let's see how I did. Pretty close, pretty close. Just got to do a little adjustment here. And oh, that is very, very nice. Take a look at how that turns out. I love that. Looks like we need to do a little adjustment here. What's going on with that? I've got a few adjustments to make, I suppose. Better look at it when it's fitted flush from the back side, our DJ side. All right. That is eye-catching. I really, really like that. Now, I went ahead and I bought a few accessories. I decided that I'm going to get my lighting stuff here Okay, if I have an iPad or something like that that I need up here. So I wanted 2 stands, and I've got 2 stands right here. These are for CDJ stands, okay? So you can hook CDJs up on top. You can run 4 decks like that. Give me just a moment. I left the braces for them. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's put these CDJ stands on. Grab this and show you what we're working with here. So right down in there is a screw. I'm gonna put this one right here. It is labeled right. Easily put that bad boy on there. Do the same for the left. I believe I have this correct. I guess we'll see. Let's see if I did this right. I'm going to say I did the left one correctly and the right one incorrectly. So we're going to flip this one. Assume that it goes like this. All right. And these actually screw in. They don't just place it. This thing is so well built. Let's see if we can. Oh, this is the right one. Okay. So now we have our CDJ stands on, which is great. I don't have CDJs, but I will be putting maybe like a wolf mix here to control my lighting, maybe a laptop here, or I can even put my clipboard there, make my announcements right off of that. So that makes a lot of things very convenient. Now, finally, the heavy duty, thick acrylic laptop stand. We're gonna get that taken care of right now. So I've got a feeling this is gonna be a little bit of a balancing act. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Almost. Again, not over tightening. There's our acrylic laptop stand. Absolutely loving that. Now, let's put a laptop on it. All right, so this is the full setup. Obviously, I have no cords hooked up here, so it's not exactly operational. This is for you to get the gist. All right, so heavy base plate. Nice tall podium. And you can see your access here to your controls on the S11, the clearance on the PLX Cross 12s. Then there's a lot of space in the back here. I was hoping to put a microphone receiver in there, but I think that is not going to be an option. But it is possible, I suppose. That is quite beautiful. Okay, so it was another unboxing. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm going to meet you back in the office. I hope you enjoyed this part of the build of the Hoerboard Stereo T. It's been a lot of fun. I took my time with it. Probably could be done a lot faster. I want to make sure it was done right. All right, so we're back in the office. I hope that gave you some really good insight for the Stereo T model from Hoerboard, and you might want to purchase that. It is very heavy. It's very large. I actually had to purchase a trailer in order to be able to haul it. It's a 5x8 trailer, and since I had to buy a trailer, I had to buy a new truck. So I've got a brand new Toyota Tundra. So there's a lot that goes with this. So if you're thinking of investing, think about the big picture as well. Now, here's a little backstory. Okay, so I ordered this a week before Christmas. And it usually takes 4 to 6 weeks to build, which is about what it took when they sent it out. And then FedEx takes it and they ship it from Germany over here through customs and so on and so forth. Well, it took about 8 weeks for it to get here. So FedEx had this in their possession for 4 weeks or so. So I get it. I'm stoked, right? I'm so excited. And I start doing my unboxing video and I open it up and it's white. I ordered black, but I've been waiting for 8 weeks for this to arrive, and it was just about that time when I was going to start doing a lot of bridal shows and showcasing this at Galentine's and yada, yada, yada. So I accepted that I was going to have white. That's cool. Everybody else has white podiums and DJ furniture and whatnot. I'm cool with that. I did want to stand out and be different with black, but it's okay. And then I looked at the cuts on the top, and it wasn't battle style. It was traditional style. And the mixer cut was not for an S11, and dawned on me, they sent the wrong one. That's okay. That's okay. It was after 5 o'clock in Germany on a Friday. So I'm thinking it's Bierstein time over in Germany. I'm going to write the email. I'm going to send some pictures. I'll expect a reply on Monday. No big deal. So 20 minutes later, I get an email from David over in Germany, like, take some more pictures, take some pictures of the box, send them to me, see what we can do. Instantly, I'm like, wow, this is good customer service. He looks at him, he's like, give me till Monday, I'll figure it out. No, I'm thinking this is great customer service. Weekend goes through, Monday comes around, I get an email, we're sending it priority. We'll need you to send that one back, no big deal, it's on their dime. And 4 days later, 4 days, I got my correct Model T from Hoerboard. Wonderful. And I did my unboxing video. It took me a while to edit it, which is why there's been a hiatus, because I had to go buy a truck and outfit a trailer and make sure that everything was great. And I had also a lot of bridal shows and other events to do. So my apologies on the hiatus. But I do want to say that, wow, Hoerboard customer service is top notch. Top notch. There was a tiny mistake and they took care of it immediately. It took 8 weeks for me to get the wrong one, and it took me 1 week to get the right one. So bravo to Hoerboard, David. You guys are fantastic. So that's the backstory. I might do like a disappointment video of the original unboxing. We'll see how that goes. But I do want to say that despite having like a hiccup, Hoerboard stepped up. And that's what you do with customer service. So bravo, you did a fantastic job. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one, or I'll see you with the Hoerboard with my Cross 12s, my S11 mixer in it at the next wedding.